So we're going to go ahead and get started with our program. I'm Tom Modica. I'm the Assistant City Manager here in Long Beach, and I have the distinct honor of being able to oversee all the projects that happen on the beach and the team that does the great work out here. So we really want to welcome you to this grand opening. We're celebrating two things today. One is this fantastic new lifeguard station, the Bayshore lifeguard station behind us, and also our very popular, as you can see, improvements to our aquatic playground that last year was such a hit, and this year we expanded even further. And so with that, I'd like to introduce our mayor, Dr. Robert Garcia, to come up and start the program.
Well, thank you, everybody, and good afternoon to everyone. This is a great day for the city. Of course, we're celebrating today a couple really great projects. Behind us, of course, we have our new lifeguard tower, which if you've seen the old lifeguard tower, you know it needed some love. And so this is a great upgrade and really a great investment the city has made. The amount of activity in the last few years that has happened here has been amazing. And not just the improvements on the water, but also here in the bay. If you look at from the restrooms to the activities for the kids on the water, to the lifeguard tower, to what we're doing just east of us is pretty amazing. And so I want to thank the entire city team for their amazing work. They do incredible work, Pat, Tom, the whole team, but also Councilwoman Price and her amazing team for that work. Let's give them a big round of applause for what they do. And as you're probably aware, the aquatic playground that we have is really unique. I mean, if you go up and down the coast here in Southern California, you don't find these out. Cities are not doing this, and in fact, our city manager was just telling us that we're getting calls from other cities to do the same thing. So that's pretty exciting. But our Bayshore lifeguard station here is a huge improvement and important to the area as it relates to public safety as well. Kids and families are here enjoying themselves, and they deserve to be also as safe as possible. It's also great because our firefighters and our lifeguards deserve the best facilities as possible. And so I know that our lifeguards, our Marine chief is here, our safety chief. They do a great job of patrolling our beaches, and they deserve the best facilities as possible to do so. So can we give them a big round of applause? And to our fire chief, safety chief, Gonzalo Medina, thank you for the work that you do. The last thing I'll say is these are the kind of projects that we love investing in because families and kids love them. This is what you look out here. This is what Long Beach is all about. People coming out, having a safe time, enjoying time with their families in a safe environment that's welcoming as well. And I want to thank, as a caller up, this project would not have been possible or completed without Councilwoman Susie Price. She's always thinking about the oceanfront and the water and infrastructure improvements and how families can have a safe time in our community. So with that, I want to give her a big round of applause as we bring her up here.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us. This is really exciting. It was exciting last year when we had the water playground opened, but it's even better this year, and it's enhanced because now we have a beautiful space that our lifeguards can use to watch over all the activity that's taking place, and that's wonderful. I want to thank our Tidelands team first and foremost. They're amazing, Eric and Josh and Tom, who meet with us regularly and brief us on these projects. This water playground idea, it was not my idea. I love it, and I think it's awesome, and a lot of residents think it was my idea. It was not. It was the idea of our Tidelands team. They came up with this idea, and it's fantastic. It's a wonderful, wonderful idea. And Pat West, our city manager, he loves the water. He spends a lot of time in this area, and all the beautifications that we have here are supported by him. A lot of the ideas are brought about by him. In fact, just a few years ago, we did our signage right there, our area there where you can see, what the temperature of the water is going to be, whether it's safe to swim. So the enhancements in this area have been fantastic, and I want to thank our city management team and our Tidelands team for everything they do. Of course, I want to thank our Marine Bureau from Parks, Rec, and Marine. They do amazing work with just the maintenance of the area and keeping it looking good all year round, which is great. And of course, our lifeguards and our fire safety, marine safety department is just, I know we're going to hear from Chief Medina in just a minute. And I want to also thank our Tidelands team for the great job that they did restructuring the kayak storage area that we have and stand-up paddle boards. That wasn't part of the original project when we talked about it, but if you take a look at it, it's so much cleaner and nicer now than it was before this project was done. So that's really fantastic, and I'm so grateful for that. So thank you to everyone, of course, to our mayor for supporting and being a visionary when it comes to these projects. We wouldn't have all of this without his vision and his support. So I'm grateful for everyone here who's here to enjoy it. And of course, I want to thank my staff who helps me push these projects along and keep updated on them. They're wonderful. So thanks everyone for being here. Oh, and let me introduce our Marine Safety Chief, Gonzalo Medina, who is amazing and awesome, and I love him.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Mayor, Councilmember Price, the entire city staff team, and everyone else who was here today for your support of Long Beach Lifeguards, including our Lifeguard Association and our Lifeguard alumni. I see you all out there. For over 110 years, the men and women of Long Beach Lifeguards have protected these waters. I am proud to work for a city who takes great pride in supporting professional lifeguarding, while also making environmental improvements to our shoreline and beaches that encourage and promote swimmability. The Marine Safety Lifeguard staff is happy to see the improvements made to this area over the last year, and the increased residents and visitors who come to Bayshore to enjoy it, all it has to offer. With increased swimmability comes an increase in visitors, and 2018 was a busy year for our crews at Bayshore Station and across Long Beach. 556,800 beach attendees, 89 boat assist rescues, 953 swim rescues, over 1,300 medical aids. This new 524 square foot lifeguard station will provide us with a place to provide medical aid and other services to beachgoers, as well as a location for our lifeguards to prepare for their long shifts. We are looking forward to a successful and safe summer in Long Beach. Thank you. I would like to turn it over to our Assistant City Manager, Tom Modica.
Great, thank you, Gonzalo. So, you don't get to a place like this without a lot of support and a lot of help. I want to recognize a couple people who really had a big role in being here today and getting this all done. First, I'd like to recognize our city manager who's in the audience, Pat West. Pat has a lot of vision and really pushes us to be creative down here and to really be fun and think about those really fun elements. We also have our fire chief, Javier Espino, is with us today as well. We have Elvita Hallinan, whose job it is to make sure everything looks really good down here, and she does a great job. And then really specifically on this project, I'd like to thank Eric Lopez, our project bureau manager. He oversees all of these projects in Tidelands, and he recently did such a good job with Tidelands that he's been promoted to do that citywide for all projects. So thank you very much, Eric, for all your help. Our project manager was Musen Habib. Wave, Musen, there he is. We've got our public restroom company was actually the contractor. So funny story, the reason this building kind of reminds us a little bit of the you heard about the bathrooms, is this was actually the same type of building that we use for our restrooms. So it was an innovative construction technique. It allowed us to build it off-site and actually bring it in and install it, which cuts a lot down on use time. And they did a great job. They came in under bid and really allowed us to make this project work. Expon was our prime contractor. Lenny Arkenstall from Los Cerritos Wetland Steward. Where's Lenny? Lenny has done all of the installation and maintenance for our aquatics playground. And then Vanner Construction Group and Delta Construction Management Inspection, they're out here every day to make sure everything gets done the way it's supposed to get done. And finally, thank you so much to our marine safety team, to our lifeguards. They were intricately involved in the design. They helped give us feedback on what makes sense and what they need, and they were patient. Of course, they were also really open to the idea of doing something as creative and crazy as putting all those things out on the beach that a lot of other cities haven't done yet. So I really want to thank them for that. And with that, thank you so much for being here. And I think now we're going to have our kids hopefully get on out, and we're going to cut the ribbon, and they're going to be able to get on out there as well. So thank you very much. I'd like to bring up the mayor, Susie, Gonzalo, and anyone else to come cut the ribbon.
1,